The Tale of Rabbit and Coyote.
Literacy at its core is really the foundational currency of a person's success in life, and not just in school, but beyond.
This book is all about monsters, isn't it?
So we know that the best investment we can make is making sure that children have all the exposure that they have to books, to language, to words.
And the biggest, glossiest, greenest ones were gone.
It really starts even before they show up at school. And if we want to have better outcomes in higher education, we need to be starting with early childhood education.
Every child, regardless of their circumstance, has unlimited potential. We really do believe that all of the adults that surround young children, regardless of their circumstances, can really help ensure that those children become successful learners.
90% of the brain pathways are developed by age 3. So that really points out to me the importance of really doing these very simple things with your kids to make sure that those pathways are developing and your child has a great start in life.
What I hope for the future of our state is that everybody understands that they can make a difference. They can actually change a child's life, and that we have to get involved early. We talk about third grade reading scores, but third grade is too late. We know that this starts from the moment that a child is born.
Coyote's down below, isn't he? He's looking up at Rabbit.
Read to Kids is a community program through the Junior League that partners with Denver and metro area schools to really support their own literacy efforts by helping take it outside of the classroom.
Through the Junior League's efforts, we're getting more books in the hands, not just again of kids, but of parents. And that's really, really critically important.
We're getting free books.
We have some students who they don't have a single book in their house. And so part of the program as well is to give each of the students who attends 4 free brand new books.
I think the biggest thing that the parents can be doing is reading with their child at home.
Up until third grade, we say they're learning to read. After that, we say they're reading to learn. If they cannot read, they are not going to learn, they're not going to be successful in 4th and 5th and 6th grade and on and on.
About 60 to 70% of the people in our prisons across this country are illiterate. That is a very staggering statistic.
It just makes a lot of economic, social, and cultural sense for us to make sure our young people are doing the right thing and are on mark by third grade.
I'm in the failure business, and when you go back and look, the failure starts early. So it's so important, this work. It's incredibly important to our community. It saves us money, it saves us lives, and that's why I support what they do.
We simply can't be successful without groups like Junior League saying, we'll step up, we'll help provide the resources, the manpower, the focus on these kids before they get to school. Where we are losing kids is they are showing up on dramatically unequal footing when they first arrive for kindergarten. They don't all have access to quality early childhood education, and they come from very different family situations.
The readiness gap is essentially saying that students from low-income areas have anywhere from a half to a third of the vocabulary as students who are from a comparable higher income household. As soon as the child enters school, that becomes the achievement gap.
Very young children who are living in poverty here on an annual basis by the time they get to school 30 million less words than their peers that are of a higher income. And that makes a tremendous difference. That 30 million word gap puts that child so far behind when they enter into kindergarten that it is very hard for a child to catch up, let alone to begin to read.
There's a chart that says that middle income or children from professional families, for every child there's 13 books in the home. For low-income children, it's 1 book for 300 children, which is amazing to me.
Te voy a comer, manito. I'm going to eat you, little guy.
We know that the kids who struggle the most are the kids whose families speak a language other than English at home. We know that about 60% of those kids leave third grade not reading at grade level.
We rank 38th in the country in making investments in young children, and that's not good enough for our children.
We need to improve outcomes for all kids, all demographic groups, and that's going to take both resources and focus and commitment, and then the support of nonprofit and community groups like Junior League.
I see a blue horse.
As a community and as an economy in the state, you know, this is really something that, you know, that coordinated effort with all of us engaged, we can make that difference, and it's critical that we do.
The reality is that the entire community has to be engaged with regards to the issue of literacy, with regards to just overall quality of education for every child in the city. What Junior League of Denver is doing is really standing in the gap and being part of the stakeholder, the table that's set for those of us who are showing up saying this is important.
It is probably the most exciting work that anyone could be involved in, because you really are both touching the present and ensuring that those children are having a wonderful life, birth to 5, but you're also touching the future.
And so volunteer, get your business to volunteer. Look at how you can invest in literacy programs, because we know it will change a child's life, but it will change Colorado too.
For me, it's been one of the most meaningful and really gratifying things that I've done in my life.
Did you guys like that book? It's the end.